Good afternoon, everybody. We are live in Palo Alto, Stanford University, round of 16 NCAA action. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but it looks like it's a little bit of an evening match. So why, pray tell, would that be? Well, it's because the Stanford Cardinal are reconstructing their outdoor facility. And in the process, their facility across the street has been turned into a covered court facility with openings on the outside. So we're playing outdoors without the sun. So it's a home court advantage to some extent because we're not dealing with at noon the sun blaring down on us, and definitely a little bit more of an intimate, intricate feel like you might have at an Australian Open stadium with the actual roof closed due to inclement weather. So this is a unique home court advantage situation. We're here, Stanford, Gottsick, and Rivera on the Cardinal at number one, Thompson and De Silva for South Carolina. South Carolina at the top of your screen in the burgundy, and Stanford on the near side in the white. Nico Gottsick, national junior champion, got to play in the U.S. Open. Hudson Rivera, another California boy. These guys are ranked 70 in the country right now. They're the lowest of the Stanford three ranked teams, but they're playing number one for this squad. A lot of balance for Stanford at one. Sorry, a lot of balance for Stanford across all three doubles positions, excuse me. And a rather formidable team here for South Carolina. Thompson and De Silva, the number three team in the country right now in men's college tennis. Coach Mark here on the streams. We have 4 streams going for Crack Rackets this weekend. I'm just here with you today. We're taking good care of this match, and we'll also later on check in with Georgia and Cal on the women's side. Opportunity for Gottsick, not able to get the forehand to go. Hold at number one doubles for Thompson and De Silva. Checking in number two, Kyle Kang and rebound Schulenberg. Playing against Karhan and Sar. Missed it again. South Carolina on the near side, Stanford at the top. Stanford coached by Paul Goldstein. South Carolina coached by Josh Coffey. Von der Schulenberg and Kang currently ranked number 47 in the nation. Karhan and Sar, number 56 in the nation, men's college tennis. Oh, not able to get that to go. Great crush return by Sar. Again, in no ad formats, you don't hang your head at love 40, you keep swinging. That's well done. Solid hands by Stanford Cardinal. Building the wall at the net. Kang coming in on the serve and volley. And again, in that instance, Karhan was stuck in the middle of the court. So no disrespect, no bad sportsmanship. He's a target. And you saw Stanford isolate him and go at him with a lot of heat until he couldn't get one back. So we're at 1-all there at number two. Checking in on the side angle here for number three doubles, excuse me. Samir Banerjee serving on the right upper part of your screen with Alex Rezegi, freshman in Wimbledon, and Kalamazoo doubles champion Rezegi. So Alex is coming in as a freshman with some strong doubles background. I've known Alex very well for many, many years. Derbegi Stenzer. Derbegi returning on the deuce. Stenzer returning here on the ad at number 3 dubs. That goes long. Again, South Carolina looks like they won the toss on all the courts and got a hold across all three. Stanford 40-15 here, serving to get this tied up. And that's well served. Love the three-quarter pace serve, not the big serve, the effective serve. Low into the body. Don't give him any options. Alex moves over and shades to the middle. Good textbook doubles. Again, Paul Goldstein, top 80 in the world in singles and top 50 in doubles in his career out there on the tour. So Paul is no stranger to teaching these guys how to do the high level. There's Rezegi not getting a lot on that return and a missed volley there by Stenzer. So Beigi here serving 1-all, but at love 15. There's a let. Ball from the adjacent court coming over. Oh, they're going after the freshman. They tried to light Alex up to see if Alex had the hands, and the freshman delivers. Zaggy sticking the volleys, finding the ball down the middle. Again, Alex was more of a played with Nikita Philin, a student of mine, and they won Kalamazoo. Alex was the ice, Nikita was the fire, but Alex over time got better and better at covering, moving, pinching, poaching, and defending the net. And it's amazing now after just 1 year of growth here as a freshman in college to see how comfortable Alex looks at net. Love that pointer there. Love 30 Stanford with an opportunity, and Alex didn't get his legs under that return. This is a return. You can see Josh Goffey down here. He realizes that number 3 doubles is an important one for this duel, and he's coaching it. I always love to see how the coaches shift divide the responsibility of who coaches where in college tennis. Did he catch that in the pocket? That's pretty darn good. That's a fancy trick. I've never gotten that one down. 30-15, excuse me, 15-30, 1-all. And Derek Beatty gets 2 free points on the serve at a critical time. And because of this facility, we have a little bit of a side angle here on this court. Just long. So Stanford really looked great at love 30 and have not kept the ball in play. That's good positional tennis. Make the return. Alex gets in position right away. Banerjee looks to transition immediately and not stay in that area and take the net. South Carolina played more passive there, up a game point. And now the plot thickens. Deciding point. And the Stanford Cardinal gets it done. Rezegi with the two-hand shovel push volley with unbelievable control. Alex plays it through the middle, which is textbook location for doubles until you get the opportunity to finish. And Banerjee with the spike gets the 3 dubs, up a break for the Cardinal at 3. Let's go back to 1. Oh, we're back at 2, excuse me. Stanford down break point. Stanford down break point. South Carolina up 2-1 here on serve, but break points. And overplayed. You get the adrenaline, you get the juice, you get amped, but that is a problem in doubles. To get a second serve and overplay that is a major no-no. That's a big unforced error on break point of all times. Deciding point here. Key moments at number 2 dubs. And that gets it done. Von der Schulenberg, nerves of steel. Veteran. Does what you need to do in that moment. Get that serve in and back it up. Make the team step up. That was an opportunity moment for number 2 doubles in South Carolina. They do not get it done. Cool. That's Jelani Sarr up the top of the screen serving. Karahan at the net. Here we have Von Schulenberg receiving in the deuce. Kyle Kang in the ad. 15 love. And again, this is the type of mistakes you can make when your heart's pumping fast and you're full of adrenaline, as you should be in a moment like this. This is key. Chance to make the final 8. Punch the ticket to Waco. And the NCAA championships. That's long. Carhan defends the net. Kyle Kang with a lethal forehand. We all know how big that forehand is. Overplayed it. 15 all. Excuse me. Now 30-15. Now it's 30 all. That was actually 30-15 for South Carolina. So now it should be 30 all. What's showing break point? That's good tennis from Kyle Kang, ladies and gentlemen. Von Schulenberg set it up with the toppy lob, which is a great mix. But then after that, it was the Kyle Kang show. Covering line, stick in middle, following the ball, acting like every ball is his ball. That's how you play doubles, ladies and gentlemen. You don't wait around. Activity and touches, not passives. Jelani shows some experience there. Hits the kicker instead of going for the bomb. Miss, return by Kang. Smart play there now. Deciding point here. And that falls in. Jelani thought it was going out, but no, it falls in. 2 inches in, mind you. So that's a big opportunity loss. You're hoping that that's going out, but that's a high forehand volley. You have to take that because the feeling in his stomach right now isn't good. Break for Stanford. So Stanford breaks at 3, breaks at 2. We're on serve here at 1. Harrison Adams coaching the #1 doubles, was an all-star for Texas A&M. Unbelievable third coach addition for Stanford Cardinal. Good serving. Running the I formation, not allowing Nico with his long limbs to connect on the big cross-court ground strokes. Definitely some high-level tennis pedigree. Nico Godsick, son of Tony Godsick, all-star agent Roger Federer, and Mary Jo Fernandez, former top WTA. That's a big-time shot from Hudson Rivera. Again, Godsick is coming from top tennis pedigree. But Mary Jo is a top WTA player and outstanding commentator now in the game. Both still very active in the game. I can remember little Nico running around, hanging out with Federer when he was a little tyke, not even 10, 12 years old. So he's been around high-level tennis, so no surprise. He's already played on some of the biggest stages. Stanford with triple break point here. Opportunity for Stanford to get breaks on all 3 courts. Missed it. Good coverage there. Thompson is wiry, has great feel and sense at the net. And you saw that Godsick might have tried to pull the trigger on the line there, and he covered. Let's see what the play call is here. Coming into Rivera, I would have called body backhand. With a move to the left. That would have been my play call. Let's see what they choose. Oh, he was going body. But it looked like Thompson was going to go right. A lot of communication here. This is an important play call. And they're not agreeing. Now they finally have a call. Let's see. He goes long on the double. Overplays the serve, trying to get too close to the line. Stanford with the third break across the 3 courts, 1 on each. Giving themselves a little bit of breathing room and opportunity here for incredibly important doubles point in today's match. Von and Schulenberg, Kang able to hold serve and consolidate their break. Karahan serving here at 2-4, 30-11. Not enough energy on that kick. Oh, wow. What feel on that lob? It's super tough to find that lob in that small area. So 40-15, South Carolina now on the back ends of all these scores. They have to hang tough, keep holding, and try to get the breaks back. Called long, agreed by the official. Hold for South Carolina. Stanford up a break at number 2. Over at 3, Banerjee and Rezegi also held after getting the break. So Stanford is creating some scoreboard pressure. Nice backhand poach by Stenzer. Same situation. Rezegi getting a little upright on the backhand return. Just needs to feel his legs before he extends his arms. Sounds easy from the booth. 40 love, South Carolina. They think it's an ace. It's called an ace, either by Stanford or by the ref. Regardless, Stanford's moving on. Brandon Coops giving his guys a pound. Kotsick and Rivera here at 1. That's dunked. Exclamation point. Game, Stanford. They lead 4-2, and they've led 4-2 across all 3 positions here. Wide. I agree. Byron Thompson spiking. Long arms of the law. Assistant coach of South Carolina is Johnny Parks. Great, great, great buddy of mine. Used to work at the USTA, and now he's in college tennis. Outstanding coach, and what a fortunate opportunity for these young men against South Carolina. This is their 5th consecutive round of 16. They did make the Elite 8 in 2023. Well, Stanford keeps their nose out in front on all these positions. They have yet to be broken. Stanford is clean across this doubles point. Um, just long over South Carolina. And when we come back, Kang and Von Schulenberg will serve for the match at number 2. Banerjee and Rozegi take care of business on their serve, and now they will try to break. It's just a clean Stanford vibe across these 3 courts so far. Just a lot of good tennis from Stanford, fundamentally. Choices, decision making, coverages, a lot of first serves, clean doubles products so far for Stanford. South Carolina not playing poorly, but just playing one game that's gotten them in trouble with some small mistakes, like Jelani Sarr letting the ball drop on the deciding point to give up the break here at number 2. That's well done. I like Kyle Kang ripping the forehand and then transitioning right away instead of getting himself where he's trying to go hardest. He's starting to get a lot more fluid throughout the transition part of doubles. Takes a lot of practice to get comfortable and confident in those middle transition volleys. Hit that one well. 15 love. One of my pet peeves is when they go I, but they consistently miss the serve target. 15 love. Stanford trying to serve it out here. And so there you have it. He double faults the 15 love point going into the I. Yeah, I just I have a tough time with that. That's when my coach hat comes out. Time to close out the match. No free ones. Again, we're in the triple box. Number 1, we have Hudson Rivera up 40 love, trying to serve to give his court 5 points. Stanford has 5 in 2 of the other positions. Banerjee and Rozegi trying to break. Kang and Van den Schulenberg here trying to hold. Got caught. Sarr not able to get his hands freed up, and then he still made the mistake of hitting a mediocre volley to Van den Schulenberg, who was already standing there. So that was a mistake. Should have gone to the deep man if he could not play aggressive to the front man. Again, all this stuff is so much easier from the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think I'm not aware. And there's the first serve from Kang. That works. Triple match point at number 2 dubs. And then it would become a race at the other 2 positions to see who could be the clincher. Triple match point. Kang with the first serve. Van den Schulenberg with the spike. Game, set, match, Cardinal. Call Goldstein, giving a double clap. And he is pleased. He wants, even though he looks like Paul's dressed as if he's playing for South Carolina. He is the Stanford coach there, and he's a happy camper because his guys got the job done at number 2. Now he can focus on one of the other courts. Banerjee Rozegi 5-4. Gotzik Rivera 5-3. Gotzik Rivera returning. Samir Banerjee on the right side of your 2 box serving. I think that's called good. I think that's called good. It was a little bit of a late backhand that he went line, and I believe it's 15 all here. At number 3. Tough. back in the 2 box. Now it's a good spike by Roseggi there. I'm a little confused at court 3. I didn't think Berbegi and Stenzer were up 40 love. I thought they might have been up only 30-15. So I'm confused. I'll have to see what happens after this point. I thought it was 30 all at 3, but we're showing triple break point for South Carolina. So let's see what happens after this point. It's out. Crashing shot goes wide. On the left. Thompson makes it look so easy. So is this break point? Okay, well, now we're at deciding point. So that makes it easy. Stanford. Do they close the deal here, or do we need Hudson and Gotzik to take care of it? That goes long. He's gesturing that he should have more spin there. I think, yeah, physically, Coach Brandon Coop is telling him to let it go. Got to move on to the next point. It's hard to do, though. It's hard to do. I understand no ad tennis. I played back in the Stone Ages, 85 to 89, and they played no ad tennis back in those days. And now they have it here as a here to stay part of college tennis. That goes long. Let's go back to number 1, and let's 2. Back to number 1. Nico Gotzik. He's the one with the high headband. Hudson Rivera, he's the one with the low headband. A chance for Stanford to get this one. Banerjee and Roseggi not able to close the door at 3. Oh, that's tough. Gotzik with a fairly deep overhead, and he tried to open up things and create space. That would have preferred him to go down the middle there from that deep. Just a tough overhead position. 15 all. And that's an ace out wide. A lot of disguise on the Gotzik serve. Not quite sure where he's going to hit it because his toss is fairly central. Gotzik can move it around. He can go heat, kicker, and slice off of a similar toss. So that disguise most certainly can add and pay dividends and get free points as it did there. 30-15. Okay, and now look at what Gotzik does there. Instead of taking the overhead, he lets it bounce, and he goes middle, and both of those middles create an opportunity for Hudson Rivera to spike it down and give Stanford 3 match points to get the doubles point here in the round of 16 at home and put some pressure on the young men from the Southeastern Conference. 5-4, 40-15. That was toughy. It's kind of let the toss drop there. That's a great second. That goes out. Game, set, match, Stanford. Gotzik, Rivera close the door on this doubles point. We get a win from Bonnie Schulenberg and Kang at 2, and then Gotzik, Rivera close it down at 1. Stanford Cardinal 1-0 over South Carolina. They are trying to defend the home turf, get the pride of the S going, get the Cardinal back into the quarterfinals and punch a ticket to Waco. They need 3. South Carolina now needs 4. We will be back on Crack Rackets with Coach Bey very shortly for some singles. Welcome back, everyone. For those just tuning in, Coach Mark Bey here on this stream, covering Stanford men versus South Carolina, and also Georgia women versus Cal. Stanford, strong performances at 2 and 3 doubles. Take the doubles point, and they're up 1-0. We're going to run you through all the singles here, and then we're going to shift over to Georgia versus Cal's doubles. So let's introduce all the singles matches for you, get a feel for who's playing where, what kind of matchups we're dealing with, and then we'll actually take a look at some of the women's doubles. Number one, Samir Banerjee, number 7 in the nation, junior, Basking Ridge, New Jersey, taking on Connor Thompson, number 18 in the nation from Scotland. So this is going to be a good one. One that I feel South Carolina, if they want to try to go for the hard way, one they'd actually have to win. That's one great location for Banerjee. He served for his match at 3 doubles with Rezegi, but ended up losing on a deciding point. So I know that did not stick in his craw very well. So this is his very first service game after not holding in dubs. And I'm sure he wants to get off to a good start. And those first serves make a difference. They're worth their weight in gold. Feel like Thompson has a big kick serve, big forehand transition game, and Banerjee is going to have to return deeply and do a good job with his serve and first strike so that Thompson can be limited in how much transitioning he does in this matchup. Banerjee wants to be hitting ground strokes and making it more of an east-west match. Thompson wants to be coming north-south. And the double fault yips continue on Banerjee, but got a little bit of cushion in this game, so maybe it doesn't end up costing him. 40-30 here for Stanford at number 1 singles. And that's going to do it. That's a hold. Samir moving right along. And let's check in. Well, that was number 2. And Kyle Kang was able to hold against Lucas da Silva. Da Silva, the junior from Brazil. Kyle Kang, sophomore from Fullerton, California. We'll check back in with them in a little bit. Let's check over to 3. John Derabagi, sophomore, Delray Beach, Florida. 117 in the nation. Number 2 blue chip in his class before he came in to college tennis. He's taking on Max Basing. Max, senior from the UK. Max 101 in the nation presently. Max has played as high as number 1 for Stanford. So this is a great position for Stanford. Someone with Basing's experience, abilities, prowess. So it may only be 117 versus 101 in the nation, but feels like it's a Stanford advantage here at number 3. And Derabagi is quite a competitor, moves well, loves to get into longer points, draws a lot of confidence from winning those. So it'll be, in my estimation, watching this, is Basing capable of getting into the court a little bit more? Like eventually, as the point ensues, is he coming forward? Not necessarily to make net appearances, but just to be playing his forehands from inside the burgundy here instead of playing them from the gray. Court position of Basing. Oh, a lot of double faulting going on. And this is a covered court, ladies and gentlemen. There is no sun here. We're playing at noon, but there's no sun overhead because of the dynamic of the Stanford. This is technically going to be their facility if it's bad weather, but it's their place to play now. Great athleticism, wonderful coverage of the drop shot. Derek Beatty most certainly throws in that drop shot mix from time to time. And we started this match with a Derek Beatty break. And obviously, Basing is able to get the break back. So we're going to say goodbye to court three and check in with court four. Veteran, transfer from Virginia, the man from Geneva, Switzerland, Henry von der Schulenberg, 77 in the nation. Taking on Atakan Karhan, freshman from Turkey. Von der Schulenberg upper break as well. And many on paper would say that this definitely is a Stanford advantage, probably just on experience and results. Von der Schulenberg and Basing have had outstanding runs here down the stretch. Von Schulenberg just plays with a lot of confidence, moves the ball around, and he almost has two modes. He has a mode where he can be a soccer goalie and defend and not allow players to get to do what they like to do. And then sometimes he can play a little bit more up tempo and get in your face and press you as well. So he has almost two different styles. And this is him coming forward there. Stanford up a break. He plays the dropper. Gets the pass to go. I I could go back and forth on the dropper. I love the dropper early in the match sometimes because you want to see how the player moves and transitions. I would say though, if I'm not on clay or against the wind, I don't like it as much on my own serve. I like to do the experimentation on the other player's serve than on my own. So on the Schulenberg up 30 love, thought it wasn't a bad time for it. And that forehand goes wide. Carhan definitely just a little unsettled here, not able to play to some big targets. Von Schulenberg consolidates the hold, consolidates the break with a hold, excuse me, and goes 3-1. Here we are with some guys that recently were in the likes of junior tennis. Nico Gotzik, Jelani Sarr. Don't know lifetime what the results with this matchup would be, but I'm sure they've taken the court at some point. Nico down the stretch here. Healthy, confident. Coach Goldstein says the most improved guy on the team here the last couple months. At National Indoors was struggling a little bit physically and wasn't in the lineup full time. They most certainly have a three-headed animal with this team. Nico, sophomore from Hunting Valley, Ohio, and Jelani Sarr, also sophomore. From Baltimore, Maryland. So Stanford on serve at 5. Let's check in with court 6. And the freshman, Alex Rozegi, who has spent, I would say, just as much time at position 5 as he has position 6, is off to the races. The freshman from Humble, Texas. What a great name for a town, Humble, Texas, suburbs of Houston. Alex off to a 3-love start, a hole break hole for Rozegi, playing against Gabe Avram. And again, for Stanford, you'd have to say big advantages. Avram, the freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, big advantages of Von Schulenberg and Rozegi here for Stanford at their positions to try to put some scoreboard pressure on South Carolina. Kyle Kang here. Up 2-1. Points for 3-1. Sophomore from Fullerton, California. Okay, well, obviously, in his mind, he's looking at the coach and smiling. In his mind, he was going to run around and hit a big statement forehand, like a Del Potro level crush ball, but he got too close to it, so he ended up tarping it. That's okay. He'll move on from it. And that goes long. So getting an opportunity in the beginning is so important. Let's see how Kang handles this. For those that are looking for Georgia and Cal at the top of the hour, the girls are getting ready to go. We'll be switching there soon. Just wanted to spend a little bit of time introducing everybody here at Stanford. That's why it's so important that Kang doesn't just take that forehand at love 40 and go for a monster shot. You think you're playing with house money with 4 break points in no end, but now look how quickly this has suddenly become deuce again. Let's see how this one plays out. Did Kang waste a point and have to learn a lesson, or does he get the break? He gets the break. A kick serve and volley, but it is not South Carolina. The courts don't bounce and kick up like they do down there in Columbia, South Carolina. That kick stayed. He thought with Kang, who's got a stronger forehand, that the kicker to the backhand might be the play. Doesn't work. Break for Stanford. So Von Schulenberg with a 4-1. Alex Rozegi off to a 3-love. Kyle Kang now with a 3-1. Stanford only needs 3, and they are in a race now to try to put some pressure on South Carolina. Thompson with a hold, a 2-all. Something tells me this match will not finish today. This one will tussle back and forth, as often strong #1 players that are top 20 in the country do. 2-all. Bad energy lets that one drop a bit. Sometimes I feel he needs to just move through the shot instead of trying to perfectly set up for the shot. if that makes sense. Love 15. 3-point there. 15 all. And we're going to start splitting the time. Beautiful weather, unlike last weekend. This is a great weather weekend across the nation. Should be outdoors and sunny for everyone. Obviously, the screens look a lot different. That's because Stanford is again playing on a covered court, so it's a beautiful day there, but it's just not. You don't have the sun effect. Here, it's bright and shiny, and University of Georgia, the #1 team in the nation, national indoor champions, #1 team, taking on Cal Bears. So on the near side, Dasha Vitmanova for Cal. On the far side, we have Alsola and Rashika. We're talking about a popcorn match. This #1 doubles is popcorn loaded with all kinds of butter and maybe a little salt. Vitmanova and Riasco, the #1 team of the nation. And this doubles point has probably some extreme significance on it on the women's side today here. The Cal Bears, if they've won the doubles point, they've never lost all season. Never. You never say never, but at this point, you can say never. Cal Bears have never lost after winning the doubles point. So we are going to see what happens in today's doubles point and how that plays out in the duel. Always a nice crowd at Athens. Oh, look at the spike. Cal holds at #1 in the battle of the top fives. Let's shift over to #2 Dubs. Greco, Lucina, and me taking on Merton Grant. Merton Grant, #29 team in the nation. Georgia. Just, it always was, for many years, the location for the NCAA championships. I've been there so many times myself. My first time back in 1998, watching the famous Stanford men's team take on Georgia. That actually had the Bryan brothers and Paul Goldstein, of all people, on that team. So I've been following this location. As you can see, a packed house, big crowd for the women's team. So many years. Great teams that Jeff Wallace built. Now Drake Bernstein taking over at the helm and keeping up the quality. Only 3 losses all year for Georgia women, and still the #1 team in the nation. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, this is Grant and Lapata here at #2 doubles. My mistake. Merton Grant are ranked 29 in the nation. 3 doubles for Georgia is actually Merton Mulberry, the local young lady that plays here for the Georgia Bulldogs. So my apologies on that introduction. This is Lapata serving. And they're playing against, again, Greco, Lucina, and me. That's some good doubles. Already moving along fast. Set point here. Von Schulenberg. Oh, wow. He's redlining. You kidding me? What a shot. There's nothing you can say about that. Game in first set. Stanford. Von Schulenberg doing the job. Wow. What a monster forehand on the run. Again, Stanford's looking strong in a lot of different positions. We'll keep giving you a feel for those matches when we can. Our women coached by Amanda Augustus. Also another one I've known since she was a junior tennis player. So much movement off the ball. Grant has hands and touch and feel. She's always a fun one to watch on a doubles court. Facing now in the big box, we talked about Stanford at 3 and 4 having a strong advantage, and we can see that was not a bad prediction. They have been cruising, and with that type of caliber and quality in the middle, Stanford, the number 5 ranked team in the country, number 4 seed in this tournament. So they moved up by virtue of some actual tiebreaker rules, so some shifting from the rankings to the seedings of this NCAA tournament. So it goes Virginia ranked 4, Stanford ranked 5, Ohio State ranked 6. But as it turns out, with all the shifting, Stanford's the 4 seed, Ohio State's the 5 seed. Checking in at number 3 doubles here. Gasol, Fulch, and Zoo. Against Mulberry and Mert. So now here is Alex Rizzeggi. We talked about where we feel that the 3 big advantages for Stanford are these positions. And sure enough, almost like we had a crystal ball here at Crack Rackets, these are the 3 first sets that are finishing the fastest. Rizzeggi, 5-1 on Avram, deciding point. Lyman Schulerberg up a set, basing up a set. And that's going to do it. Game the first set for the freshman from H-Town. Humble Texas Town. Alex Rizzeggi, 6-1. Back over the third double. So there's a complaint. Georgia on the near side, Cal on the far side. Stanford team is off to a great start. Samir Banerjee up 5-2. Kyle Kang up 5-3. So Cardinal are playing front runners this entire duel. Again, Coach Paul Ghosting 0-2 against Josh Goffey. So has not won the match on that side of that ledger. Opportunity for Georgia. Trying to start running away with number 3 doubles. That goes line. Mert shaded to the middle and then unfortunately split-stepped a little late. So she gets beat up the line there. It doesn't look like there was a lot of space up the line, but that can happen when you're athletically there, but your split step doesn't allow you to move and cut. Good use of the lob by Cal. Merton Mulberry like to build that wall at the net and use their hands, but Cal had a little bit of a trick up their sleeve. So a little keep away and some high ball. Cal gets on the board there, number 3 doubles. California up 2-1. Georgia's serving now. And that's going to tie it up 2-all. And the best doubles popcorn match of all times. playing on the first court. It's that point. Kyle Kang serving. Still hasn't been able to just hit that signature big winner forehand that he's been looking for. I know some of his confidence to a degree is connected to that. I always like pressuring the opponent by court position rather than ball speed, but I think it's just part of Kyle Kang's mojo. He needs to hit X amount of forehand winners a match to feel good about his game. And so he's let it fly sometimes, and he definitely gets the carte blanche to do it, but you also don't like to squander set points. Let's see what he does here. And he gets one. A little extra kick on that kicker. Creates some space. Uses the pace of the return. Shreds it. Threads the needle. Another set for Stanford. Cal Berkeley, which it's been strange. Every single time we've taken a look at every court in this duel, Cal's been on the far side. It's just been the timing, obviously, of the broadcast, but we've yet to see the Cal Bears up close. Points to hold at 1-dubs. Oh, and look at the moving without the ball. I love that with a capital L. Cuts across, spikes it down. Alsola, Ushika hold, and they are ahead at number 1 doubles. 5 straight holds, just the way it should be at the top line. And here's Cal for the first time, being able to see them up close. Stanford with an opportunity for yet another first set. Banerjee, 3 set points. And Samir Banerjee is able to add another. And it is just flowing for Stanford. They are getting it done. And Palo Alto, Nico Gotzik now up 5-3 to add to the pile. Georgia with a 3-1 lead here at number 3 doubles, number 2 doubles, 2 all. And that's long. Well done. I like what I'm seeing from Cal. A lot of quality doubles, movement, communication. Well-coached team. A little confusion there. We'll come back and check in with that. We have Nico Gotzik with an opportunity to be just like all of his other teammates, closing out the first set. And that does it. Coach Paul Goldstein giving the claps. His team is on fire everywhere. Stanford is not playing. The number 4 seed is 3 sets away from punching their ticket to Waco. Let's hear for Cal. We want to get the hold and keep this scoreboard closer. Cal with a 4-2 lead here at number 1. They were able to get the break. That's good doubles. Wonderful doubles. Just understanding that the positioning, the timing. I'm impressed. My first time taking a look at the Cal Bears this season. Called a lot of women's matches, but it's my first time. And they continue. They continue to refuse to allow the traditional one-up, one-back formation to prevail on this court. They are trying to get touches and movement, and whoever's playing up front at the closest part to the net is finishing instead of them having extended rallies. I think Georgia's a little surprised right now. There's another move. There's another poach. This concept of movement without the ball is something that you always say in basketball you take as maybe for granted in football, but I'll tell you, in doubles, it's paramount. And just like that, Cal, opportunities galore. And there is another mistake. Georgia at home and a little tight. Again, those that are looking for the Stanford men versus South Carolina. Stanford won the doubles point. Stanford has won 6 first sets, and we will be shifting back there. But the story right now is Cal Bears have a pathway to try to steal this doubles point from Georgia at home, which could silence a huge crowd of hundreds that will come out for the dogs. My goodness. And I think that the mood of this is connected to the number one doubles. I think the fact that Cal has come out and put pressure at number one doubles and is one game away from winning is sending a nervous Nelly message down the line of the Georgia doubles teammates in the other positions. So the only spot where Georgia has a break lead is at 3, and right now that is that deciding point. Yeah, there's going to have to be a little bit of a rally by Georgia here quickly. If not, good coverage by Riasco there. Just got to hang tough as best you can. Pasola, Fulch, and Zoo. Deciding point here. Does Georgia keep that lead so they may only have to flip one match? And they do. They stay up 4-2. Let's shift back over to court number 2 briefly. Oh, yeah, not 2. This game has a lot on it. It has a lot of pressure on it. Grant and Lapata with a chance to break back, which they need desperately. Echo Lucina, knee. Serving at the top of your screen. Oh, they get the break back. That is huge. What a big 2 minutes for Georgia. That was a window for Cal to blow this doubles point open. Now it is still closer. Georgia up at 3. Cal serving for the match at 1. But Georgia back on serve, back in business at 2. Volley goes long, I think. Cal missed that volley, so I think it's 15-30. Number 1 seeds in a round of 16 at home. Starting out a little tense and nervous here, but this doubles point's not over. Cal is here for a fight. Import pride here. Goodman over in Riasco. Not wanting to go down here on their home court. Smart serve there. Riasco, the lefty, taking her off speed wide. Create some space. Mulberry and Mert up 5-2. Grant and Lapata trying to draw even at 4-all. Boy, that was a big break back for number 2 doubles in this duel. That was huge. Otherwise, we've got a 5-2 lead for Cal at 2. Oh my gosh, the doubles, the cat and mouse, the spin, the height, the lobs. So much there. So much to unpack on that point. Riasco is like, oh my gosh, how do we lose that? Georgia, opportunity to break and get back on serve, which their team really needs. Cal, with an opportunity to close this match out and put some pressure on the Dogs as the road team, which their team really needs. The number one versus the number five team in the nation. Popcorn number one doubles. 5-3 match point. Who wins this? Are you kidding me? Two chances to finish it. They don't get it. Riasco on the dead stretch backhand snapper. And Georgia's back in business on serve at one, tied it up at two, and up at three. Holy smokes. What happened to Cal there? That's a rough 7-minute patch. Cal was serving for the match, had a chance to go up 5-2. That right there was a hometown. What a hometown momentum shift in doubles we have in Athens. Mulberry and Mert, who've always been ahead for Georgia, have a chance to actually put their match in the books. At SEC. Eight teams out of the top 15. Some people say it's a rich get richer, but I have to tip my hat. Hats off. If you can win the matches, and have 15 teams from your conference. Excuse me, 8 teams from your conference in the top 15. Just remarkable. Textbook backhand volley by Murphy. Meanwhile, over at Stanford, Alex Rozegi is running Gabe Avram out of the gym. Mert, Mulberry, over the finish line. Drake can actually breathe. He was probably about to just pass out 10 minutes ago. His team has a sniff now. Manova, Riasco, Mushika, Alsola. And look at Georgia was down 4-2, game point for 5-2. They're up 5-4, serving now at 2. Like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did they flip that script? Manova, Riasco have been. Their backs against the wall here. And they've been fighting. That's going to be blasted. Look out. Riasco with an exclamation point brings it back to 30-all. But Grant and Lapata from the depths of despair. Up 5-4, 15 love. Alex Rozegi over at Stanford moving at the speed of light. We can't even finish this doubles point before he might finish his singles match. Stanford here with a chance to go 5-all at one. And they were down match point. And they get to 5-all. A lot of pride at number one doubles there. Oh my goodness. Lapata is always the type of kid that can defend and counter and put the ball in an uncomfortable spot for her opponent. She is one of the best in the business at neutralizing and capitalizing. 30-15 for the Dogs. Oh, and Lapana gets back in there with a little shimmy shake, just enough to disrupt. And the ground stroke goes in the net, and now Georgia with a chance to win this doubles point. I mean, by court. And it's in. Oh, and the crowd goes crazy. An early move by Greco Lucchina, and Grant threads the needle on the down the line forehand. Look at this. There, and then she takes a break, and bang, it goes line. Thank you very much. Game, set, match. Drake Bernstein. What a turnaround. What a doubles point for the women in Athens. The number one team in the nation gets the doubles point. Cal can't believe it. Cal came in here ready. Oh, and poised to steal that doubles point. What happened? Number two doubles. They lost 4 games in a row. One, they had match points. Oh my goodness. It's the Alex Rozegi show down here. All Brandon Coop can just do is pump his fist. He's probably pumped his fist 26 times here. 6'1", 140 love. The young man from Humble, Texas. It is nice to have a player of his stature, his experience, even though he's a freshman, down here in the 6-hole. Stanford with the doubles point and 6 first sets. They need 3 more, and this is an opportunity for 1. And Rzeki's feeling it, and he's over the finish line. He is done, and that was fast. FAST fast, not an hour, most certainly. Just what the doctor ordered in Palo Alto. Stanford up 2-love. Again, South Carolina has had Paul Goldstein's number. So Paul, for sure, knows that this is a big match, knew what was at stake, said his team is ready, and I must say, they have proven that to be the case. Bond and Schulenberg, 6-1, was down a break here, 4-2, and now here he comes with the sidewinder slice and the athleticism on the overhead, but no, doesn't get up high enough. I think his brother would have made that overhead. I'm just kidding. Here we go. 6-1, 4-4, 40-30. And now deuce. And just like that, Karahan has a chance to serve for the actual second set. What a role reversal this could be. A quick chance for Stanford to get the third point, or now a completely different set of circumstances at 4. And he goes for the big serve, which I didn't agree with that one. He missed it long. Oh, he missed it long. He went big backhand line. That was enormous. There's been a little bit of pushback from South Carolina to Silva up 4-1 in the second. Jelani Sarr up 3-1, now 3-2 on Godsick. So basing, yeah, let's check in here. This is a big moment here. Basing 30-40. And he misses it. So basing, who could have been also part of the part of the quick and painless victory for Stanford. Now some of these scripts are flipping. Banerjee is setting 3-2 up. Kyle Kang now 4-1 down. Possibility 5-1 down. So there's some pushback. South Carolina. Oh, I love that speed. What a 0-60 that was. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, I think our scoreboard was wrong for Basing and Derbegi. Derbegi's not up 5-3 at that position. It is actually 4-all at number 3. So there was an incorrect scoreboard. We apologize. Von and Schulenberg, 15 all here. We'll stay here and see. For those just tuning in, Georgia women were in trouble. And they turned it around at number 2 doubles. And they lead 1-love over Cal. And we'll be back there after we spend some more time here with the Stanford and South Carolina men's round of 16 match in Palo Alto. Carhan's taking that. That's a tough shot to make. The ball's coming into your backhand, and then you're trying to take it early and go up the line and go behind Von and Schulerberg. It's a level of difficulty shot that's higher. And right now, this is crunch time. If you don't win these couple of points, your match is over. Oh my goodness. That's two bad decisions in a row. Falling backwards, trying to hit an inside in forehand. Oh no. Mm. South Carolina would like to have that one back. But Stanford says, thank you very much. Triple match point, Von der Schulerberg to go 3-love for the Cardinal. And that's going to do it. Von der Schulerberg, some serious experience. The grad senior from Switzerland, transferred from Virginia. Is a reason why they brought him over here. And obviously, even though the homework could be a little bit tougher, the tennis is just as good. He gives Stanford a 3-love. And now we're talking who can close. Is it Basing? Is it Banerjee? Our scoreboard was incorrect here. We thought that Derek Beatty went up 5-3. It's actually 4-all, so we apologize. It is 4-all here. Basing was actually up a break and gave it back. Opportunity for Basing to break again. But this game style that Derek Beatty's playing fits into Basing's favorite patterns and favorite shots. So Derek Beatty is forced, I think, either to mix up his spins and speeds or try to come in a little bit more because just a normal slasher match here is just what Mr. Basing likes. And here comes on the sneak. That's a great move. What a great read. That's good tennis from the man from the UK. Look at Goldstein sprinting. Paul is pumped. He gets the towel. Paul's got all kinds of pep in his step. He knows. He knows his team is one game away from Waco, Texas, and the quarterfinals next Thursday. Actually, excuse me, the women will play Thursday. The men will play Friday. So next Friday's quarters. The men will go Friday, Saturday, Sunday to showcase their skills. And the women will go Thursday with a break on Friday and then Saturday, Sunday. So that's the schedule for Waco, Texas. Crack Rackets will be covering the quarters. And then the ESPN crew will take over for semis and finals. So shut down this year's season, but there will not be individuals afterwards. That has already happened in the fall. So this is just going to be a team championship without singles and doubles to follow for the first time in the history of the college tennis game. So I will be there in Waco and we'll see what that atmosphere is like. Banerjee guesses right, but overruns it. So Banerjee, Basing, both with an opportunity to put the last nails in the coffin and give Paul Goldstein his first victory over South Carolina. They've only played twice. Kickoff weekend many, many years ago. And then the first round of national indoors in Seattle that me and Alexander the Great Gruskin recently called. Good pressure. Thompson getting inside the court. Banerjee not able to get enough on the pass. Yeah, historically, a lot of these matches that would take place in these NCAA rounds could affect some rankings and seedings and things. There's still a lot to play for. The accelerated program is in full effect in college tennis, and that gives a bunch of wild cards and carrots to players in the top 10 and the top 20. So there's still a bunch to play for. Max Basing, though, 2 points away. Here he comes. And he missed the first volley in terms of, he hit the first volley, excuse me. So he didn't really produce much there. But he was in such good court position. He gets another chance and takes care of business on the second. So Nico Gotzik, 6-3-3-3. Kyle Kang, 6-3, but down 4-2. Samir Banerjee, 6-3, 4-3 ahead. Those are the stories on the other courts. But here, the young man from the UK can call it a quick afternoon. And in under 2 hours, Stanford can advance if they win this point. Oh my gosh, 2 backhand approaches in a row. He's got to settle down because the score is 5-4. It's not 5-1. It's not 5-2. Your heart starts pumping, your hands get sweaty. Anybody that's ever played tennis at a fairly high level understands the feeling. But now, oh, on the dead run. That does it. Paul Goldstein is like, thank you very much. Hallelujah with a capital H, because Derek Beatty was coming forward like a beast, like he really was going to close that point out. Basing misses a backhand approach. Basing misses a backhand approach. But for the match, game set, dual match, quarterfinals going to Waco. Basing with the top spin lob winner. Stanford with wins at number 2 doubles, number 3 doubles, and then they get the Rezegi train followed by the Von and Schulenberg Express and basing on the run with the lob to close 4-0 Stanford Cardinal. Paul Goldstein, first victory over South Carolina. For love, Stanford, under 2 hours. Everybody can go get some lunch and do homework and get ready to fly and travel down to Waco, Texas. That is big time stuff. The number 4 ranked team in the nation, the number 5 seed, excuse me, the number 5 ranked team in the nation, the number 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, is moving on. That is a happy group of young men. And South Carolina, great job, great season. Today, just not their day. We're not strong in dubs and quickly lost the first set. Started making a push here to try to get the match deeper as Coach Goffey felt they really needed to be playing 2.5 hours in, and that was not the case. The gauntlet, as we know, as Stanford gets it done, is moving on. And we are now done with Palo Alto and focusing on Athens and the ladies that are there. Thank you so much for tuning in to Stanford and South Carolina. For those that are leaving us, for those that have been waiting, sorry to make you wait. We can now, on this stream, focus here and only here all of our time, energy, and efforts with the women, the number 1 team in the nation, Georgia Bulldogs, who were in some trouble, get it done in the doubles point. And now we will introduce you down the line to all the singles that's going on here at this location. Again, Bulldogs, the Georgia Bulldogs have been playing without Vekic all year. Cal has been playing without Katia Wiersholm. And so both of these teams are missing a stud player on the team, a very, very strong, critical player of the team. But Georgia has still been the SEC champions and the number one team in the nation despite that. And Cal has done an outstanding job of putting themselves in this position here. So here we are, number one singles. Bitmanova versus Mushika. Bitmanova, number two in the country. Mayo Mushika, number 32 in the nation. One all early on here. That's well done. Playing a little bit of a higher roll to try to push Vitmanova back. And then finding that short angle with that little bit of space that she created. Beautiful 80-degree day, sunny. There's a little bit of U.S. Open shade here because of the special buildings that they've built for both of these teams to the right. Oh, Vitmanova with some high rolls, exercising some tactics. She typically plays very aggressive and comes forward, but here in this match, she's mixing it up a little bit. Coach Drake Bernstein, knowing this is her last year, wants to spend some time there with her. That's outstanding. Also, Georgia's missing Nurendorn as well. So Georgia's missing two players, and they're still number one. So it's a darn good team. Vitmanova with a break point. deciding point. Oh, kind of guided it wide, falling backwards, didn't hit it with much conviction. And that is a hole for Mushika. Vitmanova with plenty of chances to go up a break there. Does not get it done. 2-1 on serve at 1. Now over to number 2. We have Alsola and Lapata. Alsola, number 59 in the country. Lapata, number 17. Sola, a senior from Fresno, California. Slice doesn't go. Definitely in this match, what I'll be curious about is when the players choose to change direction versus staying in the actual pattern. So there is a direction change to start, and then now they're in the patterns. And that's a direction change from Lapata. And so Lapata is so fast, she can probably change directions maybe more than the average person should. But she's so quick. She keeps the court small and she covers it. Sometimes she's poking to find weakness. Sometimes she's just doing it to mix. But all very interesting. Shifting over to number 3. Riasco versus me. Riasco off to a quick start. Riasco is senior from Ecuador. Oh, wow, what a point. What a point. The discipline. Talk about the direction changes at number 2. How many times did me just pound into the Riasco backhand and stay disciplined, not pull the trigger and go line to let her get a lefty forehand until it got the job done. That was impressive. And tennis is just so easy with your mind. Got to break the pattern. It's so easy when you see a little space to go for it. It's much harder to say I'm going to work and work and work and stay disciplined until my opportunity comes. And that's what Lan Mi did. Yeah, that's a good little combo. If she's going to be that solid off the baseline, well, how is she if I drop shot her? So Riasco throws in the dropper and is able to get the job done on the pass. Going over to number 4. This has been a great position. Very improved player. Mert. Ostago Mert, Turkey. And a sophomore. So she hails from Turkey, a sophomore playing against Sola Folch, the junior from Spain. Sola Folch has a big forehand and can play pretty aggressive, but what's tough is that Mert likes to play the bang bang style, and so far has been getting the best of things. So it's hard when Folch likes to play a little bit of an aggressive style and goes with a big forehand, but her backhand has been a bit pedestrian today, and going against a lefty and your backhand's a little off, well, you can see what happens. Mert's firepower and lefty has positioned her already with a quick 5-love lead at 4. And another backhand. Now it's going to be difficult to play this match against a hard-hitting lefty with a lot of offense. Called wide. Looks like the ref agreed. Mert. An opportunity to go 6 love, not able to get it. So we're shifting. Mert ends up going 5-1. Very close matches at the top. But Georgia has already gotten some scoreboard separation down here at the bottom. They're doing damage. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Cal is really disappointed from not getting that doubles point. And now the combination of that, the confidence, playing the number one team, the crowd, the heat, all of a sudden a lot of these other factors start coming in bunches. And the manifestation of that is Georgia off to some quick first set starts. Mert with an opportunity to get this first set going. All at the same time, we're doing some introductions. So on the right, Guillermo Grant, senior from Uruguay, playing on the near side and on the far side. Solo Folch, junior from Spain. Another point for 5-1. Oh, what a backhand there. She gave up a little ground and still thread the needle. Greco-Lucchina has some pretty good firepower. She's new, just came over in January and getting herself acclimated to college tennis. And Rojas, who I thought was magnificent at national indoors, so solid at 6 and just mowed people down, is already off to a 5-1 start as well. So Georgia is up to a little bit of a tension in the doubles. Is firing now, especially down below. For those that have never been to the Georgia facility, there's 3 courts in the stadium that are a little bit higher, and then these are the 3 lower courts. So they're a little lower, but in terms of just landscape. So it makes for some great viewing and opportunities for people to row between the 2 banks. And to the left is a specific building just built for the women's team in their history, where to the right of court 1 was a special building for the men. So in the 3 box, it's a lot of Georgia domination. Grant 5-1, 30 love. Riasco 4-1, 40, 30. Rojas 5-1. Missing some down the lines from bad positions in the court. That's a little sloppy. Starting you win doubles, you look at the scoreboard, you see your other teammates are winning, and you're not necessarily as locked in and focused as you need to be. That doesn't bode well late in the tournament. So very important you stay as stingy and focused as you can and get to the finish line when you're on court. That was a long point. Good sportsmanship. Ball was on the back of the line, and she played it good. I have a lot of respect for that. It's very important. Yeah, scored a triple box with an opportunity for a 5-1 lead of self. It's tough. Grant trying to open up the court a little bit to sneak, but didn't push her wide enough on the forehand. So too tough of a volley, not able to get it done there. And now Georgia having some space and position in matches, but having a little bit of a level drop. That right there is a great level. Well done. Move the ball around, good recognition, and short ball finish for Rojas. So some of her teammates were not able to get those first sets in the books, but maybe she might right here. Called not up. The drop shot was effective. Shu was able to hold there. So only Mert from Georgia able to successfully win the first set at this point. A bunch of others are knocking on the door though. So right now, Yushika up 4-3 at 1. Lapata for Georgia up 4-3. Riasco for the point here for 5-2. Mert up 6-1. Grant up 5-2. Rojas 5-2. So this is starting to take on the look of the Stanford men's match. Well played. Love that recognition, and I just think that the whole game has changed. Once players could come into the midcourt area and comfortably take that swing volley and do a lot with it, it just changed the dynamic of and tactics of tennis. I like to credit Serena and probably Sharapova a lot in the women's game of making that in vogue. And now here we are 24 years later from the time when they played, and everybody's comfortably doing it. In the 2 box, down at 5 and 6 on the lower courts. Ran on the left, 5-2 serving, 15 all. Rojas on the right, 5-2 serving, 15 love. That's smooth. Well played by Grant. There's Rojas on cue. After I just made that comment about the swing volleys, making it look easy. Oh, put away for Rojas. They struggled a little bit beginning of the season. With some losses in California, UCLA, Southern Cal, Pepperdine, but then they stepped it up and went on a run. As you see, Rojas running to the changeover. First set to Georgia at 6 now to go along with Mert. And let's check back in here at 5. A little blurry, but we can make it out. Get this one. So now Georgia. First set's at 4, 5, 6. Riasco now trying to join the fun. On me. 44 in the nation. You know she's had an outstanding season. So far, the bright spot, the cow here is number 1. Mayo Mashika up 5-3 on Vittmanova, the number 2 player in the nation. Vittmanova, senior from Czech Republic. Mashika, sophomore from Japan. Ooh. Oh no, she missed it. Oh no. What a smart play. I love that play. It was a slice serve out wide. Vittmanova didn't see her coming. She snuck in. Swing volley a little bit too high. Riasco now with a couple set points. Hey, this Lon Me makes you work for a point. She is a tough out with a capital T. And Vittmanova fights. She fights. Gets it back on serve at 1. And Riasco with the forehand and another big, come on. Let's go. She's always very emotional and demonstrative. Young lady, senior from Ecuador. She has been in these situations many, many times. And this is for sure the definition of Brad Gilbert's Coin line, one-way traffic. Mert defeating Berta Pasola Folch 6-1 in the first set, and now 4-love also in the second. A little bit of a bright spot now at number 2 for Cal. Just needing to get some first sets, stay on the board, keep it alive. You just never know in tennis, things can flip. Potter looking a little frustrated there, but there's a certain amount of direction changes she will miss. She definitely has carte blanche to go for probably more than the average player gets permission to, but that's what makes tennis interesting. All the choices that you can make. And after their run to the finals in the NCAAs at Oklahoma State last year, she went on a run in the singles. And this Cal team had 2 kind of hiccup patches. The California string where they struggled and lost 3 in a row, and then there was a string where Cal lost to Duke, UNC, and North Carolina State for 3 in a row. So like 13-8 on the season. But then when it mattered, took down Sacramento State and then went in and beat Washington, the number 16 seed, to be in this moment here, coming across the country to Athens for a right to play Georgia, the number 1 team in the nation, in their lair. The historic stadium where so much history has been made in college. Father serving 4-5, 30-40. Alsola wanting desperately to get on the board here. Forehand slightly out of the strike zone. Didn't catch it clean. Alsola senior, Fresno, California, 59 in the nation. Anastasia Lapata, 17 in the country, junior from Ukraine. Definitely two battle-tested warriors here. That first serve goes in, and Lapata's like, hey, extra innings, that's okay with me. Just plenty of opportunity and moments for Cal to get some little small bits of confidence in this duel, but not been able to cash in. Alsola and Mushika had chances, not able to close those sets. Really disciplined. I love how steady the Mert backhand is. We know how big her serve and forehand are. So if she stays steady Eddie on the backhand, and so she gets a chance to uncork some of those forehands, and she definitely is a very tough outlet for her. And that's going to go out. Berta is just not her day. Mert, one game away, almost closing time. Live ball here. 1. Getting it over is just been calm and unfazed. Yeah, the big moment in this duel right now is that Georgia is in position to try to possibly win 2 more singles matches, possibly in a quick manner, but then after that, how they get to that third point could take a while. Naomi Shu at number 6 is a point away from a 3-love lead on Rojas. So quickly, things are having a little bit of a shift down there at number 6. So Georgia doesn't have a clean pathway to a quick victory the way the Stanford men were able to dispatch of South Carolina in under 2 hours. That's well done. Good choice of playing the volley shorter, making Wittmanova have to move forward. It's good pressure there. It's been a tough day on the backhand. Berta Pasola, folks, she's not had her day on the left side of the court. And Asagol Mert is trying to put the hammer down. Textbook 1-2 combo. Asagol Mert. Sophomore from Turkey. First one off to start cheering for her teammates. 616 Love down at number 4 singles. So Georgia with wins in the doubles at 2 and 3. And now the young lady at number 4, Asagol Mert, first off. So she has been the MVP so far of this match. Not only getting her team points, but being the first one to get it done. Very tough out for any team throughout this NCAA championship, playing against that young woman at number 4. So Mayo Mushika, I tell you, she's been all over this first set, but not able to win it. And now here she is. Up 6-5. Down low 15. That's good first strike tennis from Vitmanova. Most certainly what she's known for and capable of. Her big serve and then forehand and then follow to the net game is as good as you'll ever see in women's college tennis. Oh, what an overhead. Just crushed that. Mushika read her shoulders and took off running, but to no avail, she couldn't get it. But so now you're going to a breaker at number 1. As I mentioned before, Rojas now up 3-love in the second. So number 6 singles has taken a turn. No, it's well played. Mushika has wonderful instincts. She cuts the court off well and sneaks well. Well played and also well coached. Amanda Augustus done a great job with his team. And I must say, if they had won this doubles point, it'd just be a different mood here in Athens. But I'm starting to see some fight, starting to see some resilience. Lon Me up 2-love in the second. And again, Naomi Zhu up 3-1, so they're starting to fight. And some more set points for Alsola at number 2. Let's go there for a moment to see if we can catch the end of the first set. out of her strike zone a little bit there. Court 2. We have Alsola with set points. We can go full screen there until the end of the game, and we'll come back and see the rest of the breaker here. Let's see if Alsola can close, because Cal has been desperately trying to just get something, just a set on the board here at the top of the positions would go a long way. There it is. Something for Cal. Feel good about. And just as that happens, now her teammate next door is in position to try to win a first set as well. And with a formidable lineup at 1 and 2, Bitmanova 2 in the nation, Lapata 17 in the nation, to come out and win some first sets at 1 and 2 is a big statement for Cal. I love the speed. I was always told there's no substitute for speed. But what I like about Mushika is that it's not only speed, it's recognition. She sees that it's the right time and the right opportunity for her sneaks, and then does it. That's 1 point. That's all you can do when you're in Bitmanova's position now. She's down big this set, and most certainly she's hoping that her teammates can take care of the business down low, so it doesn't have to fall on her point today. But right now, with the way Cal is rallying in some of the bottom positions, they're looking to make this a match. Just as Lan Mi goes up 3-love in the second set at number 3 as well. So Cal is coming now. It just shows you. Oh, wow, what a drop volley. Just impressed with a capital I at this young lady from Japan, because she clearly is not serving as big, doesn't hit her forehand as big, but she understands time, space, court position, and the moment she gets a slither of position in the court, she's dashing in and putting the volleys away. 6-2 Cal.
think that shot went out. It did go out. Game at first set count. 7-6. Mushika. A little engine that can. Taking the match to Vitmanova. And now again, Georgia up 2-love, but I tell you, the rest of this match, very interesting. Oh, wow, that's such a good point. Great balance. Good discipline. Riasco just staying there, hitting big cross-court ground strokes until she got the opportunity to thread the needle with that forehand line. That was a very well-constructed and disciplined point, and that's what she's going to have to do. I'm going to put my Coach Bey hat on for a moment. One thing I talk about all the time in tennis, at any level, doesn't matter whether it's pros, college, juniors, is that after you win a first set, the most important thing to do is win the first game of the second. And if you lose a set, the very most important thing to do is win the first game of the second set. It's an entire stage in a system that I coach called the 6 stages of a match. And guess what happened? These Georgia Bulldogs, trying to close at home with a little bit of complacency, lost 3 first games of the second set in matches where they won the first. And now look at what's going on. Here comes Cal. Up breaks in all of those matches. So that is definitely a public service announcement for all those tennis players out there. You win a set or lose a set, the most important game is that first game of the second. You don't treat that lightly, because as you can see in this one, if that goes differently, Georgia can be looking to get out and go to the Olive Garden and have some dinner. But right now, Cal is saying, hey, we let you off the hook in that doubles point, but we didn't come all the way from California with all the pride and all the miles we logged not to give you guys a battle. So there it is. Cal Berkeley, led by Amanda Augustus, trying to make a statement here in this duel. Key moments for Riasco right now. Possibility of getting this back on serve. Is that in? It's tough. The camera's on the far, the same side as me. Yeah, that was in. Coach gave her a pound, and on the dead run, a flicker. But what I'm going to say about this match is that Lon Mi earned a lot of respect from me in the late stages of the first set where she didn't give up and she stayed disciplined and kept working hard in the pattern. She was doing a lot of good things, just not winning the games. And then she turned the beginning of the set. And Riasco is having to play a lot of balls every point. This is a tough physical tennis match on a hot day. This would be a big boost for Riasco to get some feel good after all the hard work from down 3-0 to try to get this to 3-2. You gotta be kidding me. She goes on the return in charge and digs out some volleys. Look at that #1 player in the nation from Dubs using the Dubs to come in there and help her singles. No, Riasco, the senior from Uruguay, putting on a little show there. And look at this one. Another one of those first game of the second set losses, and now Zhu brings her lunch pail, and she's ready to play all night. She's a counterpuncher extraordinaire. And this is where you start sinking your teeth into the X's and O's of these college tennis matches, right? You're deep into this now. Started at 3 o'clock. You're 2 hours. I guess they started at 4 o'clock Eastern. Now it's 6 o'clock Eastern. So you're 2 hours into this thing. Whatever you planned on, whatever you thought about, whatever you felt might happen, we're past all that. We're into this is what is the now. And the now is Georgia has a doubles point and Mert in their back pocket. But Cal has now made a strong push in the other 5 matches. And coaches are going to have to coach right now. Players are going to have to execute. This is why college tennis is such a great product, such a unique product. So many different people, so many different pieces to a puzzle for a final result. And by and large, in a lot of these matches, outside of maybe Mushika, who's really coming to the net quite a bit, Cal is more of a let's extend the point, let's play the point, let's grind the point, how many balls you want to hit this point, and there's a lot more controlling and finishing and dictating responsibility on the Bulldogs across most of these, I'd say across 4 out of the 5 matches. And so on a nice 80-degree hot day, maybe the temperature's coming down a little bit. You start questioning, right? Are these girls hydrated? What did they eat for lunch? Because Georgia, they need another second win. They need another strong push here across these positions. Rojas is running to the bench now. She just got that pep in her step, that feel good she needed. That was some girls 12, if I've ever seen it. That was a push extravaganza, a bunch of slow high balls trying to antagonize Rojas into an unforced error. She stayed the course. She kept battling. She didn't miss until she was brought in on a drop shot that sat too high, and she closed the deal. Wow. That was huge. Huge for Georgia. Now, next door, Grant was down here, but not down by much. And this is Georgia's opportunity now, within a couple of games, to put the real strong scoreboard pressure on Cal with a 3-love lead and make Cal have to win every remaining match. Greco Lucina overplaying, playing a little different style than next door with Naomi Zhu. Yeah, Grant's doing her thing. Great compact on the rise hitter. Does a wonderful job coming forward. She has good feel for the game, good net instincts, good drop shot instincts. I enjoy watching her play. That's going long. And Grant, one game away. She's going to serve for it when we come back to court number 5. Juan Mi broke to go up 4-2. And now Riasco with a chance to break. They're just on break out here. I think that was in. Oh, that's tough. Good pressure. Fiasco sneaking in, using the swinger because these cowgirls make you hit 1,000,000 balls. Not 1,000, not 10,000, not 100,000. 1,000,000. Well, Grant. Yoma. That senior, she is putting the exclamation point on her match. Closing time. Yep. It's a good tune. I don't sing it that well, though. A serve and volley. Big flat serve. A serve and volley. Game, set, match. GG. Guillermo Grant, get it on up. Coach Jared Chaplin's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3-love. Cal now has to run the table. They have a couple of first sets, but Rojas from down 0-3 is now back to 4-all. College tennis. And again, when she's playing next door and watching her teammate do that work, don't think that isn't motivating. That helps your teammate. She missed it. She's not happy because she knows that she had an opportunity here in this. That chip's got to go back to the middle of the court. Can't miss that wide. Oh, she wanted to hit it. She tried to hit it. She didn't touch it, and it went wide. That was a whole bunch in that sentence. And Cal, you see Stephanie Casano-Wallace. What a blast from the past. I remember Stephanie Casano when she was a junior player. Great girl, great forehand. Great to see her in college tennis coaching. She works with Amanda Augustus. And again, on Drake's side of the ledger, Jarrett Chaplin and Will Reynolds. Everyone's out there working and earning their paycheck today because this is a battle. It's 3-0 on the scoreboard, but I'm telling you, it's a battle with a capital B. And Rojas is getting jumped and pumped. Zhu had a great opportunity there. The only problem in a situation like that, let's go to 3 really quickly. The only problem in a situation like that with Zhu is when you're beating someone as a pusher, you're winning because of their errors and their frustration. If they calm down, then you don't have an easy opportunity to close. And that's what's going on. Rojas cleaned up her errors, and ironically, Zhu started missing some retrieving shots. Riasco with a chance to go 4-all, which again is a tiny victory, but a big one in a match like this. Cal was up big at 3 and at 6 in the second sets, and we're not able to pull away. to add to those first sets that they won at 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, the backhand stretch pass. 89% of that shot with her right hand and the strength in her right hand. Here she comes. She goes to drop her. Here comes. And that is just hustle, effort, and a little bit of work in the gym. The right hand. So she gets it back to 4-all. So not getting Vitmanova gets up 3-0 in the second. So this is a big Georgia Bulldog push in the last 10 minutes. And here's a chance. And Rojas now goes, but what? Called out? Is that out? Did she question it at the referee signal? I don't know. Maybe it was called good. 15 love Rojas. That's rather important when you're trying to close out. Winning the first one of the games. Rojas is feeling it. Rojas is feeling it. She's getting pumped. She's getting inside the green and hitting the big forehands when she has time. That is what you do. That separates you from the average number 6 players. You're not just a steady player. You're a steady player with some pop, with some firepower. Now she's got some pep in her step now. She's got out of that really tough middle part of the set with all of the high rolls and variation. And now Ju, who is steady Eddie and doesn't miss balls, is missing the last 2 games and so frustrated herself. But it's because of mental. She's upset that she did not run that table, but that's the challenge when a push-your-game style. Georgia Bulldogs won the doubles point. Then Mert. Then Grant. And now Rojas can be the icing on the cake. And here's the moonball. And that's it. Game, set, match. Georgia Bulldogs clinch. They're moving on. They defend home court. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to show 4-0. It's going to look like they blew them out. No. Cal should have won the doubles point. Most certainly had an opportunity to do it. And definitely winning sets at 1 and 2. And some opportunities to flip some matches here at 3 and 6 were very much a part of this match. But the Bulldogs on their home court in Athens with their home crowd, defend, get the job done, punch their ticket, see them in Waco. They're playing next Thursday, and they are pumped, ecstatic, and got a great second set effort from Grant and Rojas to get over the finish line to go along with the absolute masterclass from Mert and a little bit of a doubles escape. So that's the 4 points. So on our show today, on our stream, we had the Stanford men, 4-love over South Carolina, and that was pretty close to one-way traffic. This was a lot closer with a few more twists and turns, but both of our favorites today, the number 1 seeded Georgia Bulldogs and the number 4 seeded Stanford Cardinal, advance and punch their ticket to the NCAA quarterfinals in Waco, Texas next week. Again, I will be there. Crack Rackets will be covering the quarters. It's exciting. This is fun. We have more streams if you want to watch some more tennis. You get tired of my voice, it's okay. We got Gruskin. We got Brian. We've got Chris Halioris. We got other people. So tune in to some other streams today and come back tomorrow and watch as well until we find all of the slots and all of the teams that finish all these lines. On behalf of Dalton Thieneman, amazing Daniel Westhoff, everybody else that's still out there working, we're going to say goodbye from Athens, a storied place of college tennis, a mecca of many memories and dreams and history. The number 1 team in the nation, Georgia Bulldogs, moving on 4-0. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.